The Trumps are always grifting, and they're always using the symbols of our country now, the symbols of our democracy, to enrich themselves. It is so pathetic. Melania's latest grift after her Mother's Day grift is selling this gold-plated necklace right here. She's getting a lot of blowback for it. It's called the Fortitude Collection. She's selling these necklaces for $175 each. And the way she describes it is a way to celebrate our service members, our nation, and our freedoms by purchasing these flimsy necklaces for $175. How pathetic. The blowback against Melania, at least on her own social media, has been swift. People have been writing on her Instagram, when will this disturbing family just stop the grifting? Another person writes, Miss Girl, what in the entire F is this? Another one writes, fresh from the discount bin of Liberace House of Crap. Another person writes, the grift continues. Give him all or give her all of your money now. Keith Clayards writes, she'll be selling her farts in the cab next. Elizabeth writes, shilling off our dead veterans is disgusting, and not a dime will go to any actual charities. If it did, you guys would take most of the money anyway. That's what Elizabeth claims. My LAT writes, your pandering is ugly. This other person just does a poop emoji, which says it all. But here is this ugly necklace, and they just use the terms of our country like liberty to grift and to make money. They called it the Fortitude Collection, as I said, to celebrate our service members and our freedom. Why? By buying necklaces from the Trumps? Are you kidding me? And it has one-of-a-kind customization. You could get the Bravery collection. And by the way, this follows Melania's grift, and she does this on at each of the holidays. Remember her Mother's Day grift? If you want to share the joy of love with your mom on Mother's Day, here, buy this necklace for $245, she says. Remember, we did a whole thing on that. Oh, and then previously she's been selling those NFTs. She started selling the NFTs before Trump was selling the NFTs. Just how tacky is this? How humiliating for our nation. And then they have the right-wing propaganda networks push this crap. Remember that person I've been telling you about? Her name is Natalie Harp, and she is I think she's been called the human printer. She follows Donald Trump around with a portable printer to print favorable articles for him that they think Donald Trump will like. And he sits there in the court and he crosses out the portions that he doesn't like. And then he goes in the press and he reads those. Natalie Harp, before becoming the human printer, she gets paid over $100,000 from the Political Action Committee of Donald Trump. She used to work for the right-wing network OAN, which would push out a bunch of this ridiculous kind of Trump propaganda to buy their NFTs. So this is what Melania said about her NFT collection, that she did this NFT collection on the Liberty Bell, and to commemorate the Apollo 11 moon landing, you can buy Melania NFTs. And Donald Trump reposted this. Using technology, I am building on my Be Best initiative and mission to support and empower the younger generation, Melania Trump says. So go buy her Liberty Bell NFTs. And then the right-wing propaganda network OAN, Natalie Harp, now known as the human printer, who follows Donald Trump around at trial with the portable printer. Just watch this. This looks like parody. This is real. This is really happening in our country. Play this clip.
On Thursday, the office of Melania Trump announced Mrs. Trump's new non-fungible token platform, teasing the release of exclusive NFTs, with the first being Melania's vision. According to a statement released by the office of Melania Trump, Melania's vision is a breathtaking watercolor art by Marc-Antoine Coulon and embodies Mrs. Trump's cobalt blue eyes, providing the collector with an amulet to inspire. The limited edition piece of digital artwork will be one sold, approximately $150, and includes an audio recording from Mrs. Trump with a message of hope.
My vision is look forward with inspiration, strength, and courage.
Stunning. As she commented on her groundbreaking new enterprise, our beloved and favorite First Lady writes, "I am proud to share my new NFT endeavor, which embodies my passion for the arts, plus my ongoing commitment to children."
Of course, Melania is also known for destroying our great rose garden at the White House. She's paid her stylist over $400, close to $500,000 from Political Action Committee money. Great work, Mr. and Mrs. Macedonia. The wife of a purported billionaire is using your money to pay her stylist tens of thousands of dollars every single month. Great work right there. And everything they do is a grift. Everything they do is take these Trumps. I mean, I've showed you this one before, but like when Melania literally stole the convention speech of Michelle Obama, like word for word, she just read Michelle Obama's convention speech. Yeah, whatever. I'll just plagiarize the whole thing. Watch this. Remember this?
The values that you work hard for what you want in life.
For what you want in life.
That your word is
that
your
your word is your bond. That you do what you say you're going to do.
Keep your promise.
That you treat people.
That you treat people
with dignity and respect, and because we want our children and all children in this nation to know that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
And then Melania would go on right-wing networks for Donald, and she would say, you know, by the way, how Melania got here was through some modeling agency that introduced wealthy men to Eastern European young women at the Kit Kat Club, and that's how she got here to begin with. It's all been written about. I've talked about this before. But then she would go on TV and say that Barack Obama, former President Obama, does not have a birth certificate. Remember, she would do all of that crap? And how she got here? Play this clip.
But what is this with the birth certificate obsession? Did he ask to see yours when you met him?
I needed to put mine anyway, because if you want to become an American citizen, you need to put the birth certificate.
Right.
I have a birth certificate from Slovenia. And do you want to see President Obama birth certificate or not?
I've seen it.
It's not the birth certificate.
Well, it's a certificate of live birth,
right,
which they get. But Melania, if he insists on what he's saying, then no one in Hawaii can ever run for president because they all get the same live birth certificate.
Well, but they need to have...
Midler is finished, for example.
They need to have, and in one way, it will be very easy if President Obama just show it. And because it's not only Donald who wants to see it, it's American people who voted for him and who didn't vote for him. They want to see that.
But it's on display in Chicago. We've seen it on the internet. We've seen it. It's not the same as yours, but it's a certificate of live birth.
Well, we feel it's different than birth certificate.
All right. Well, I think you should give it up at this point.
Well, it's not. It's not him that it's bringing up. It's the media all the time.
And on the other hand, there's Dr. Jill Biden and President Biden. Here's the Biden family celebrating, sharing love with each other. More photos of the Bidens together. It is almost, you can't even script it this way, the choice for our country, right? You have in the Bidens a loving family. You may disagree with their policies. I don't, but there's some I don't, but mostly I agree with their policies. You may disagree with, but this is a loving family. These are decent people. President Biden and Dr. Jill Biden, you see them right there together. And then on the other hand, you have the Trumps, and while Melania was pregnant, Donald Trump, of course, was cheating on her with both Karen McDougal and Stormy Daniels. We know of at least those two. And Karen McDougal is describing while Melania gave birth or was pregnant, this is what she and Donald Trump were doing. Here, play this clip.
You said you had sex that first time. All these times you saw him, this was an ongoing sexual relationship. Absolutely.
Can you estimate how many times you actually saw him?
I can tell you we saw each other a minimum 5 times a month, up to bigger numbers per month. So
Over the course of how long?
So we were together 10 months before I chose to end it. So we saw each other quite frequently.
So dozens of times you were together.
Many dozens of times,
And you were
yes.
intimate.
Yes.
Many dozens of times. Did he ever use protection?
No. No, he didn't.
Was that something you thought about, or it didn't concern you at the time?
You know, we talked about it right beforehand. He was starting to, and then he's like, I don't like these things. And, you know, we discussed things, do, blah, blah, blah. And we were just honest with each other, and we didn't use any.
So you have the Trump world, the grifty world of selling you all this crap, tacky plagiarists. Ugh. I mean, that's what I get like. Ugh, like who are these people? How do millions of Americans buy into this crap? It's so obvious. And then on the other hand, here's a recent speech that Dr. Jill Biden gave. Just watch. It's impressive. Play this clip.
Joe wakes up every morning thinking about how he can make the lives of Americans better. Donald Trump wakes up every morning caring about one person and one person only, himself. He tears people down and pits us against one another. He mocks women's bodies and devalues our existence. And here's the one thing that really gets my Philly up. As the daughter of a World War II veteran, Navy veteran, and the mother of an Army soldier, Donald Trump insults our veterans and disparages those who died in war, calling them losers and suckers. How dare he? Donald Trump is dangerous to women and to our families and to our country, and we can't let him win. We can't wake up the day after the election like we did in 2016, terrified of the future ahead of us, thinking, oh my God, what just happened? What are we going to do now? No. We must meet this moment as if our rights are at stake, because they are. As if our democracy is on the line, because it is. We must re-elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
It's like, as I said, you can't script this type of test for our country about who we are. Oh, wow. Anyway, as we head into Memorial Day, more griftiness from the Trumps. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 3 million. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the Midas Touch newsletter at MidasTouch.com/newsletter.
The Trumps are known for their relentless grifting, often using national symbols to enrich themselves. Melania Trump's latest scheme, following her Mother's Day sales pitch, involves selling a gold-plated necklace as part of her Fortitude collection. Priced at $175 each, she markets these necklaces as a way to celebrate service members, our nation, and our freedoms. However, the backlash has been swift, especially on social media. Critics on Instagram have expressed their disapproval with comments like, "When will this disturbing family just stop the grifting?" and "fresh from the discount bin of Liberace's house of crap." Others mocked the effort, with one user suggesting she might next sell her farts in a jar. Elizabeth, another critic, commented, "Shilling off our dead veterans is disgusting, and not a dime will go to any actual charities." Despite the criticism, the necklace remains part of her collection, using terms like liberty to market and sell. This isn't the first time Melania has attempted such sales. For Mother's Day, she promoted a necklace for $245, and she's also ventured into selling NFTs. Her NFT collection includes themes like the Liberty Bell and the Apollo 11 moon landing, with Trump supporters urged to buy these digital tokens. The right-wing propaganda networks have also played a role in promoting these ventures. Natalie Harp, a former OAN employee, now follows Trump around with a portable printer to provide him with favorable articles. She is paid over $100,000 from Trump's Political Action Committee. Harp and others like her have been instrumental in pushing this narrative and supporting these sales. In one instance, Melania launched an NFT collection featuring Melania's Vision, a digital artwork selling for about $150. This collection was promoted with a statement from Melania claiming it supports her Be Best initiative aimed at empowering the younger generation. Overall, these ventures highlight a continuous pattern of using patriotic symbols and holidays to market and sell products, drawing significant criticism and questioning the ethics behind such efforts.